against one of the flag favourites. At the Western Oval, our commentators are Peter McKenna and Jack Edwards, and we pick up the action now at the 7-minute mark of the final quarter.
A free kick Footscray's way here. It will be paid. A long way out from goal, though, is the umpire talking to the players concerned. Roger Merritt was the player concerned, and the ball with McPherson. Now, this is Rod McPherson. He's 40 metres out from goal, and I wouldn't think he could kick it because I haven't seen Footscray kick one all day.
He should make the distance, Jack.
Well, will he?
It's a matter of accuracy. Well, he should be able to from there. He's got the wind at his back. There's the kick. It's a high one. Oh, it's close. He's missed. Oh,
Rod McPherson has kicked 4 of those behinds by Footscray. Footscray 12 points, 12 behinds, 12 points. Essendon 3-9-27 on a funny 7's big lead.
Well, Jack, this is 8 minutes have gone in this final quarter, so there is tons of time for Footscray if they're good enough. At the moment, they are right on top of Essendon. They're having a real dip. They're getting it down to the forward line. They just can't convert. They need a goal to give them the confidence to get on with it. There's Neil Cordy, kicked off the ground by Baker, who I said earlier has played a tremendous game. There's Bradbury, who's also been a good player. Players pile on top of the ball. Brian Cordy off the side of the boot, out wide. This is Mickey McKenna going in after it. Tries to get in the hand pass. He does eventually over to Royal. Royal, a hurry kick down towards half forward. It's all Essendon. Oh, they spoiled each other. And the umpire said that's a free kick against Rick Kennedy, who went in very, very hard. The free kick going down there to Neil Clark.
Clark kicking the ball from the half-back zone up to the centre. Purser underneath it in the front berth. Can't take the mark. Could have been a free kick Essendon's way there. It comes out to Baker, who's been a great player. He can't do a great deal with it. A lot of fumbling going on. Here's a charge. Oh, free kick to McPherson. Will be a free kick to McPherson. So Steve McPherson going out wide, very wide indeed. It really is not the right position to put it.
I suppose yesterday
he had to bring it back, but that's the wrong position to put the ball. They have to be on the member's side of the ground to use the breeze coming in. There's a chance now, mark taken. On the turf it goes again. Can Footscray get a goal? The whistle sounds a free kick against Footscray to be taken by Harvey. So the time clock, 9.25 minutes into the final term. Essendon 3 goals, 9-27. Footscray 12 straight points, and the ball in the centre of the ground with Purser.
I put that one down, Jack, for one of the marks of the day. Not that there have been too many highlights today, but that was a gutsy mark by Purser.
Well, chance for Footscray again. They're playing on. No, the umpire, yes, it's called play on. Footscray going goalward, but there's no one home, no one in the goal square, and Merritt takes the mark. Well, Peter, there's no one down there.
No, I said that earlier. They are falling down dreadfully down on the forward line, right in the full forward area. They've had, I think, 4 or 5 blokes have had a go at full forward today. And, of course, I mentioned Beasley, once again, was not selected on a wet day. And, well, if I was Simon Beasley, I wouldn't take that as a compliment. That is for sure. Now, there is a free kick going to Essendon, to Neagle. Neagle, an ordinary hand pass across to Elshaw. They get away with it though, Essendon. He'll go the short pass. This could end up a dangerous tactic. Oh, hits the water patch there. It's Bradbury. Oh, caught. That's holding the ball.
Well, Footscray a chance to go forward.
Callett.
They go forward now through McPherson. Hand pass was a bad one. McPherson out of trouble. Can he find a teammate? No, the kick was smothered. McLean does the shepherding. It's been picked up by Kellett, driven goalward. Anyone home for Footscray? No, it's a free kick to Essendon. The umpire said Essendon player was being held, and Billy Duckworth.
Duckworth towards the half-back line. They're holding out well, the Bomber defence. Steve Wallace, hand pass to Hawkins, duck the head, play on, said the umpire, as we see Baker on the right foot, back towards looking for Van der Haar. Hurry kick by Brian Cordy, straight up in the air. Groenewegen went up, over the back is Neil Clark. Now it's a chance for Brian Royal, onto the left foot he goes. This could be their first goal, and it is, and a beautiful goal.
Just after the 11
opportunities to get on top of Essendon. They're 3-9 to 1-12, so only two kicks of difference. There's Royal. He's been a tremendous player, one of the best men on the ground, down towards half forward. This is Rod McPherson, breaks away. If they get a goal here, this will be a tremendous finish. Up they go, no mark. A chance for the Bulldogs as we see Chalk crash. Oh, was that a free kick? Holding the ball, said the umpire. A bit stiff, considering the way they've been playing that, holding the ball, holding the man rule. But it was a great tackle put on by Mark Thompson.
12 minutes into the final term. Footscray trailing Essendon now by 9 points. A chance for Footscray with the breeze, picked up by Neil Cordy. The ball floats into the forward pocket, and the mark has been taken down there in that forward pocket by Bennett. Bennett is in the right position to kick a goal, but he's a long way out, Peter, though.
I was going to say, they realise they're in trouble down at full forward. They've brought Bennett back on. Simon Madden's about to come on the ground. Van der Haar's going off. Now, Bennett probably too far out with the wet ball, I think. Oh, geez, not a bad-looking kick. That's a beautiful-looking kick. That is a goal. And 3 points the difference. Now we've got a ball game on our hands. The Bulldogs are looking good. There's Harvey. Comes away with the football in the centre of the ground. Goes towards half-forward. The mark dropped by Brian Cordy. Gets the ball onto the left boot. Oh, two Essendon players stood and looked at each other. And it's a mark. Half-forward to Rod McPherson. He's off. Goes the short one. Out wide. Here's a chance. Steve McPherson. Over there to Bennett. And Footscray hit the front. A great goal to Bennett. Jack, I just wonder if the effects of Tuesday night's game are just starting to tell, and the legs of the Bombers, I know Footscray have the win, but Footscray are a revitalised side. There's Royal, probably their best player. Now it's a chance for Neagle. He's caught, that's holding the ball. And if umpires are consistent, that had to be holding the ball, as we see Purser in the centre of the ground. Gee, a goal here'd be handy to the Bulldogs. Down it comes, over the back of the pack. A chance for Rod McPherson. He fires off the side of the boot and out of bounds on the full.
Points by Essendon. They were only 7 points each at half-time without any goals to their credit. And now we see Footscray in front for the first time. They were 19 points down at three-quarter time. Purser with the ball, kicks up high. Who's going to take this one? It's on the turf. Shovelled into a pack. There is a chance now for Essendon. The ball shovelled out and Danaher moved it toward Donnell. He can't take it. No, it couldn't have been Danaher. He's down there now. They all look the same at present. Brian Cordy's out there. No one takes it cleanly. The umpire will whistle up a bounce.
Well, this is where umpires Morrow and Cameron, they've done a great job today, but this is where I reckon you put away the whistle and let them go, Jack, and because this is a tight game, and the good, strong side will win out here because the pressure is really on. There's Michael Egan trying to get away with the football. They dive on top of it, and it's right in the centre of the ground. We're going to see a tremendous finish here. 3 goals, 9-27, the Bombers. The Footscray, 3 goals, 12-30. So 3 points the difference. We've been playing 16 minutes into this final quarter. Darren Williams coming off and Timmy Watson on.
Round 17 and on VFL. It's a big league replay. McLean suckers it off the ground, out toward the half-forward flank. Bennett giving chase for Footscray, as is Duckworth for Essendon. It's over the boundary line, put over by Duckworth. The Scrays 3 points in front of Essendon, 3-12 to 3-9, 16 minutes gone, the final term. 7th big league action coming you from the Western Oval. Another chance for Wallace into the back of the opposition, will give away the free kick.
Yes, he dived straight into the back of Neagle there. He sort of just grabbed him by the jumper, but it's easy from up here to move Neagle. Gee, he looks tired too. As he breaks away, he's tried hard today, Neagle too. Punched away. Here's a chance now for Essendon. A beautiful tackle. Mickey Egan, tries to kick it off the ground. Play on, said the umpires. Players going very hard in the centre area, and that centre patch has held up very, very well today under the constant rain.
Yes, Footscray had the centre of the ground covered, so there's Harvey now trying to get out. Was tackled too high. Chance for Essendon to go forward now. They have the ball right in the centre of the Western Oval. By Harvey, the kick travels up to the half-forward zone. Purser goes down, Watson back on the ground, drives Essendon forward. Here's a chance at the back of the pack. Yes, it's a mark taken by Bradbury, only 20 metres out from goal. So this could be the goal that puts Essendon back in front. The Bombers led by 19 points at three-quarter time after scores were level at half-time on 7 points each. Very low-scoring game. Can Bradbury put Essendon back in front?
Been a good player all day. Peter Bradbury is a greatly improved player.
Footscray lead at this stage by 3 points. Now it's Essendon by 3 points. Bradbury puts it through.
Yes, a lovely goal to Bradbury. Beautiful kick from Watson as he took it away from the centre, and a beautifully placed kick to Bradbury, who had sneaked right down to the forward pocket. And as I said, he's been one of their better players today. This game is not over though, as we see 18 minutes have gone in this final quarter. The difference is 3 points. It's been low scoring, but gee, it's come alive when Footscray with that little burst. Essendon 3 points in front, 4-9 to 3-12. And the bounce of the ball, Madden against Purser. Michael McKenna goes in after it too. A good strong play as we see Donnell dive on top of the ball. and Wallace comes out with it, and the umpire will throw it up probably in the centre of the ground.
In the centre of Western Oval, ball tapped down, a free kick going Footscray's way. Purser will take it, so he'll move it as quickly and as far as possible from himself. The kick by Purser travels well off the boot. Rovers needed for Footscray. Ball put to turf. The Rovers were there, but they couldn't pick it up. Here's a chance now. Footscray snap forward.
This is Bennett on the left foot, right down towards full forward. Oh, Rod McPherson, a diving attempt. Couldn't take the mark, but it is a point. So Footscray move on to 31 points. Essendon on 33. 3:13 to 4:9. 2 points the difference at almost the 19-minute mark of the final quarter. Remembering, there will not be a lot of time on.
There'll be a fair more than the other quarters though, Peter, because a few goals have been kicked. Duckworth's kick travels well to the outer side, taken by Watson. Watson gets a hand pass working up to the half-back zone. Who's going to take it away? Watson again moves it with a hand pass. He gets it out toward Hawker. Hawker couldn't take it. Players held up out there and the umpire will bounce. The ball being put down on the wing position on the outer side of the ground. Essendon 33 points. Footscray 31 points. Madden taps it down. Looked like Hawkins got the kick forward. Carey under it, takes the mark and will steady things down at the half-back position. Now he's going to play on quickly now. He goes out short. Ball fairly short, and it's been taken there by Thompson on the half-back flank. He puts it up high toward Danaher. Danaher marks, still on the half-back flank position. Not quite down to the wing. Bennett telling his teammate to go back. Now a 15-metre penalty is not taken. Bradbury dives at it. Oh, dangerous football. The umpire will penalise it.
Kicky in danger. The umpire paid there on centre wing. They'll have to bring the ball back. It's right in front of the commentary box on centre wing.
McLean's just come off and Duperouz will come on.
Yeah, well, it'll be interesting. Duperouz, best man on the ground in the first quarter, playing as a loose man in defence. There's no mark, said the umpire. Lovely kick there by Donnell, right down towards full forward. Taken away by Jimmy Sewell on the left foot. Gee, that's a great kick. Bradbury goes back uncontested and takes an easy mark on his chest. And Footscray have to contest everything at the moment if they are to win this game. There's the short pass to the centre of the ground, and it's a good mark to Elshaw. A juggling mark with the wet ball, and the time clock goes to 20 and a half minutes gone in this last quarter.
Down to the half-forward zone for Essendon. The ball travels. There was a chance in there for Foster. He dived in but couldn't get it out. Another chance existing for anyone to get it out and pick it up and kick quickly, but they can't do that. And the umpire said a bounce will take place in the centre of the Western Oval. The ball being pushed out now to umpire Peter Cameron, umpiring today with Jeff Morrow at the bounce there, or the throw up. Stalemate once again, and the umpire will yet once again put the ball back into play by throwing it in the air. Madden and Purser hurried out by Baker down to the half-forward zone. Danaher's there, can't get it out. No one can do much with it. It's on the turf now. Chance for McKenna, he can't make contact, eventually does get it out. It's out there toward Royal, he can't do much with it. It comes to Bradbury, he's played a great game. Down towards the half-forward zone for Essendon. Being picked up now, who's in trouble down there? The Footscray defence picked up by Van der Haar after Sewell missed it. Now a chance for Kellett, the ball running away from him toward the boundary line. Should have plenty of time to get to it though. He just about threw that one back. Back along the boundary line it travels toward Cordy, but the umpire set a boundary throw in. Footscray trailing by 2 points to Essendon. The time clock getting toward the 22-minute mark of the final term on Sevens Big League.
This is on half-forward flank and Footscray. The time running out. They have, attempted kick off the ground. Footscray badly have to get a break out of defence here. Here's a chance for Watson as he fires at the goals. It's across the face of goal and over the line and out of bounds. And there's a very tired-looking Mark Kellett there on the screen. What's the score? That's 4-9 to 3-13. The ball back into play. Here's a chance for Footscray to try and get it out of defence. The Essendon players sensibly keeping the ball in their forward zone. Experienced Terry Danaher there on screen. Hands the ball back to umpire Peter Cameron.
Essendon 2 points in front of Footscray and the Bombers in attack. Danaher snaps toward goal, but just off target. Good try, but only one behind.
Back to the Western Oval, 25 minutes into the final term.
Footscray by 3 points on Sevens Big League. The ball in the centre of the Western Oval. Essendon through Donnell can move the ball forward now. It's been pushed over toward the centre of the ground and soccer tactics being employed here. Oh, could have been a free kick Footscray's way there. The umpire said not on. And now, yes, it is. Will be paid at the half-back position. And a 15-metre penalty against Danaher. will apply here.
Right up the centre is the tactics now, Jack.
He's gone wide though, out towards Hawkins, who waits for a little bit. Eventually took the mark. Hawkins looking for 15 metres. He will be paid the 15 metres, but he has to move the ball up quickly. Footscray need a goal. They won't get it while the ball's back in the centre of the Western Oval.
Oh.
A big kick by Hawkins, travels within 30 metres of the Footscray goal. Here's a chance from the forward pocket, and they pick it up. McPherson into the back of the opposition is given away for mine. A free kick, but the umpire hasn't paid it. A boundary throw-in.
Yes, right in that forward pocket. The difference at the moment, 3 points in favour of the Bombers. 26 minutes gone. What's the umpire playing? Play on, Michael McKenna to Steve McPherson. Here's a chance, up towards the forward line, punched through by Stephen Carey for a behind. That was good football by the Bomber defender, and the difference now is 2 points in favour of Essendon.
26 and a half minutes gone. The ball in Footscray's forward zone as Duckworth brings it back in. Hawkins into the back of the opposition. The umpire said no, he's allowed the mark. So Hawkins can get Footscray moving goalward. Only 2 points down. The Bulldogs off target. That kick by Hawkins was very, very poor.
A shocking kick by Doug Hawkins. In that situation, he had to centre that ball to the goal square. He kicked it off the side of the boot, going for trying to kick the ball too far. Billy Duckworth kicks the ball towards the half back line, punched away. Over the back of the pack is Neagle. He'll force it to the boundary line. He does exactly that, and time running out. 27 minutes at time clock. The siren must go any moment because
I think there's about 1.5 minutes to go, Pete. So let's
at the most.
Well, let's see who can get it forward. Will it be Footscray or will it be Essendon? Ball on the umpire's paid a free kick against Footscray here for the old kicking in danger. So that will rob Footscray of a chance to move the ball forward.
Burnell kicks it towards the centre wing area. Up they go. That's a mark, and a good mark. Is that Baker? Gee, he's been a good player today, Leon Baker. Probably Essendon's best player as he kicks it towards the half-forward line. There's another mark, a good mark to Hawker. And the Essendon, the experienced players, steadying the side at the moment. And I think time might have run out for Footscray as he kicks it towards the forward line. They must race that ball out of defence now, and this will be a throw-up. So I think, what's that, 28 minutes almost gone. The siren any second, I would think, because not many goals have been scored in this quarter.
Well, Footscray have scored their only 3 for the game in this term, so that will lengthen the quarter somewhat. Boundary throw-in once again. Tactics being used here by Essendon would be, or look like being game-winning tactics, because they're buckling that ball up in their forward pocket position on the outer side of the ground. Thumped out by Vanderhaar. Chance for Footscray through Egan. Can't get the ball out. A big pack forming up. And 28.5 minutes into the final term, the umpire has called for the ball to bounce it on Essendon's half-forward flank position. 28-29 now as the ball is put down. Out toward the boundary line it travels. Can Footscray get it forward or not? The ball near the boundary line, and the umpire's indicated it's out on the full. Footscray's free kick.
And there's Brian Royal. There's the siren. And the Bombers have won a very close game here at the Western Oval. Essendon, 4 goals, 10, 34 have defeated Footscray. 3 goals, 14, 32.
They hit the front in the final term, only to go under by 2 points. Certainly not many goals kicked for Essendon. Singles to Bradbury, Ezard, Harvey and Walsh. And for Footscray, Bennett was their major contributor, and he finished up with 2 goals. On the stats board, Essendon had 12 more kicks.